Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself, and they're from games I've never played or heard about. Today is a Patreon Platinum request for Moon Knight. This is, I'm going to butcher this completely, but this is part of the Ace Attorney series. Dai Gyakuten Saiben? Song is called Barok van Zieks, Grim Reaper of the Great Court. Every title from this game is like a paragraph long. That is a wild, wild title, Grim Reaper of the Great Court. Well, Moon Knight is quite fond of the Ace Attorney series, which is great because it's one of those games I've never played, but I know it's Capcom, and I don't know anything about it. I just know it as, you know, that courtroom game or media, whatever it is. One of these days I'm going to look up what it actually is. But the music is really cool. I've heard like some kind of funk stuff and just these kind of like Castlevania sounding stuff sometimes. Anyways, this is Barok van Zieks, Grim Reaper of the Great Court. I'm guessing that's Barok van Zieks. Let's go. That was loud. Grim Reaper of the Great Court. So what? He takes the dead. Well, this sounds a little different. A little gothic, a little Tim Burton, a little Danny Elfman. I have to just check out this game already because the music does not match at all what I have in my head for this game. Descending. One more time. Triangle? Dun 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 dun. Oh, we have a stand-up bass. I don't know what to feel about this one. It's like making me think. Not really putting me in a setting. Like, it sounds like a thinking kind of song. But then we have these big organs. This whole thing is very church, gothic, and kind of reminds me of something out here in Shin Megami Tensei. But it's like more calm. Those are all real instruments, real performers. And that I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a harpsichord. bum 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 bum. This one was so bizarre. It seemed to have like an emphasis on, well, the thing that kept coming to my mind was like thinking. Maybe like every time I heard any like dun 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 dun, I kept thinking of like a thought bubble showing up or something. I know this game is revolved around like cases and stuff, but I'm not exactly sure. I scroll down here and I see the composers Yasumasa Kitagawa and Hiromitsu Maiba. Platform Nintendo 3DS. Oh, that's actually quite impressive. I never had a Nintendo console besides a Game Boy as a kid, and I'm pretty sure the 3DS is, I think that's the flipping one. Either way, it's a handheld. So that is kind of crazy that came from a handheld, because I would have thought that would have been anything but a handheld. This one was a little bit, it was very orchestral, which I wasn't expecting, because I don't recall if I've heard orchestral from this series. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But there was a big emphasis on like strings, the double bass, the violin, the harpsichord, I think, and the triangle. All these instruments that are just kind of scarce now. But one thing that caught my attention was that there was like a lack of percussion. It was there, but in the form of like little hi-hats, and then every now and then big like boom boom. But there wasn't any. I guess that's why I kept thinking of like thinking. It was very minimalistic. There was a lot going on, but it was not intense. It was just more like a tension building, but it was kind of calm because of the lack of percussion. So obviously no context, but just as music alone, it's very impressive. It's, orchestral goodness that I like. So I got a little curious and I went into the Great Ace Attorney Adventures fandom page, which I guess that's the translation. And this game actually looks like something that would be interesting to try. At first, I was kind of like, I wouldn't. But I'm looking at it and it's just kind of, these episodes and stuff, and all these characters. I'm seeing one called Herlock Sholmes. That's funny. And I don't know, when something is so popular and I have absolutely no idea what it consists of, but it also involves like cases and stuff, I don't know, it just kind of like, it grabs my attention. But basically it says like it's investigation trial formula, and the save screens are also to some extent decoupled from the act structure of the games. Additionally, unlike previous games, some text graphics in Japanese versions of Chronicles use English translations alongside or in place of some of the Japanese terms, such as cross-examination. One thing we can be sure of is the requester Moon Knight is a huge fan of this series, and we can count on them to keep hearing more. I actually have another one that's coming right after this, so we get to hear more of the Ace Attorney series or the Gyakuten series. In fact, I'm probably just going to ask them directly, like, hey, how can you explain this like the best way possible? Through someone who's actually like a fan of the series. I know a lot of people have like commented and told me before, but I cannot remember for the life of me because my memory is fading away as I listen to hundreds of songs a day and deal with hundreds of people a day. I kind of forget some things. I just know that it just involves courtroom, and I don't even know if there's gameplay involved. Either way, music is fantastic, and it's just comes down to, I just don't think it would come out of this game. If you asked me what I thought this music would come from, I would say maybe an adventure game of some sort, but not anything regarding Ace Attorney. But that's just me. But it's doing quite well for itself because it has fans all around the world, and that must be doing something right. So thank you, Moon Knight, for the request. I know I'm going to have more. If you want to do the same thing, you can do so on Patreon or PayPal. Those are guaranteed ways I will check out your song eventually if you do not mind waiting. If you do not want to wait, there is the Platinum tier on Patreon, which expedites your request to the top of the list. It is a gigantic list, so this is the fastest way I can check out your song. A big thank you to Aiden, Justin, Kevin, Moon Knight, Roguemock, Solid Bullet 066, Your Average Metalhead, Lord Daddy, and Sekai Nuaride. Big thank you to them. Everyone here as well, thank yous to them. Thanks to my PayPal supporters, and thank you for watching. And my phone keeps going off for some reason, so until next time, everyone, peace.